Hello, and thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and here we deep dive, dissect, and sometimes diagnose. Because it seems like everybody, including myself, I'm never excluded, has lost their damn minds. If you are new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. And if you're an OG, then you already know what the fuck is going on. Like, share, subscribe, talk shit in my comments, tell me how you really feel. And I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel about season 6, episode 1 of Love After Lockup. I know a lot of you are like,
hold on, bitch. You're playing in our faces. You were just on season 5, and then you did all that bullshit with your ex-employer, and now you're hopping to season 6. What's up?
whoa, back that ass up. You're right. I was on season 5, and then I went through a massive amount of abuse, right? And now I fled the country. I'm back at it like a crack addict because I feel better. My creativity's back, and I've broken away from a very, very toxic situation. So I feel a lot better. I'm going to recap season 5 because I'm gonna do like a full video recap of season 5, and then we're gonna go on to season 6. Y'all, I was gonna start at season 5, but this new season is crazy. Come on, man. Come on, cut me some damn slack here, okay? Sit back, relax, grab your crack, depending on who you are, and get ready for this.
Reality recap.
So first we're gonna hop in Bradley and Savannah's business. Nothing really happened in this segment. She was just really excited to pick up Bradley. If you don't remember, Savannah is unemployed. She lives at her grandmother's house. Her grandmother has like this big mansion that she kind of built and created to replicate, I think, like Thomas Jefferson's plantation or something like that. It looked like a plantation. I don't know. And Bradley used to be Savannah's drug dealer. They say he only sold weed to her, right? But Savannah has been open about using meth, using, a lot of other things. And so she had to shake a lot of drugs, but she's sober now. I've always thought Savannah was really pretty, really like loving and happy-go-lucky. So Bradley's family is afraid that Savannah might pull him down, that he might be ready to get on the right track and Savannah might, take him back. And I can see kind of why they feel that way because Savannah's not really doing anything with her life. Like every episode, you don't see her working, getting ready for work. You don't see it like with the other women, with the other ladies, they have something going on. They got kids, they got this, they got to take the kids to school or go to work, or they're going to school, or they own businesses. But Savannah just be up in that house. Savannah wants Bradley to buy her a BBL. Savannah is a chronic vapor. Let me know down below if you guys vape. I like a traditional way of getting my ailments. I like to go ahead and roll up that Zaza. And I like to, call it a day, calm down my nerves. But what I've noticed is a lot of people are vaping. Everywhere I go, people are puffing out large amounts of passion fruit and watermelon, bubblegum mint. And I'm like, I tried it. I don't see the hype, but maybe that's just because I'm like a traditional smoker. I don't know. Comment down below if you vape and why do you love it so much? Why is that your vice of choice? Savannah is finally ready to pick up Bradley. Bradley is finally getting out of jail. So she's driving. It's really funny because her car mirror says, "Your demons are closer than they appear."
That's some scary shit. Why would you just put that on your car window?
But, that's what Bradley's family is afraid of. Bradley's family is scared that, Savannah's going to be his demon that's closer than they think. She hops out the car and she's waiting, but she sees along the side like an insect or a rodent. I wasn't paying attention. It was something. She felt like she needed to save it and take it back to where its family was. So she touched it. You got to give it up for people that care about animals like that. I care about animals. I'm not I wouldn't go around beating the hell out of dogs or cats or things like that. I do genuinely love animals, but not that much where I feel like on the side of the road, I'm going to pick you up and reunite you with something. What if that animal or rodent or insect, whatever the hell it was, what if it was trying to get away from its family? What if its family was toxic? What if it spent 30 days and 30 nights getting that far away from their toxic family and your ass just brought it back? I like to stay out of business like that. So Bradley hops out the car. They kiss. Again, after they get done kissing, Savannah has all the vape coming out of her mouth. You're kissing while vaping. You drive while vaping. You do everything while vaping. This is crazy. So she shows Bradley her tattoo. She's really excited. She got Bradley's name tattooed on her. She wants to know, like, what is he gonna say? Is he gonna be excited? What is he gonna do? And he was like,
I thought you were, I thought it would be a colorful one, but yeah, I like it.
Bradley's been told her when she presented him with the idea of getting his name tatted that she shouldn't do that. I think it's most important to believe what people tell us, right? We like to go off of actions because actions speak louder than words. And so, but sometimes in relationships, we'll think, well, if he's staying with me and he calls me all the time and he says he loves me, right? If he's displaying those actions, well, he must love me. I must be the love of his life. And this must work. But when these men are saying things like, don't get my name tatted, to me that means this ain't gonna be a permanent thing. Plus, Bradley's sister already told her that he was using her for her money. You know, I told you Savannah's kind of loaded. She lives in her grandmother's house. It's huge, right? So she doesn't really want for anything. I want to say Bradley's not like that, but we don't know shit about him. Let's move on. So we're going to move on to Ashley, who's 31. This is a new girl. And Julius, who's fine as hell. And I think he's 30. He's in jail for drug trafficking. He's been in jail for 6 years, okay? So he's finally getting out. Ashley is really cute, but she's not working with all her marbles, okay? The mentally ill recognizes the mentally ill, babe. The delusion recognizes the delusion, and something's not right there. She says that she's a hopeless romantic, and when the producers are like, well, why are you hopeless? She's like, because love is hopeless. Well, shit, that's one way to look at it, absolutely. She has 2 kids, and she's a former dancer, but she's a waitress now. And so she's basically telling us how she understands why Julius got caught up. Unfortunately, men aren't able to show their boobies or show their butt crack in order to get money easily. So they have to do things like sell drugs. And that's why he got, wrapped up in the law. And she doesn't look down upon him for that. But to say like, men can't show their ass cracks for money, so they have to sell drugs. I feel like y'all could have went to Kaplan. I feel like you could have done something else. I mean, there's other jobs than that. But okay. She says she met Julius because he accidentally called her phone. And so when they were, getting to talking, he's like, oh, my bad, I'm incarcerated. And she's like, hold on. You're in jail? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, okay, but you sound cute. Like, what's up? You want to start a really romantic relationship, and when you get out, I'm gonna ask you to move in with me, and you're gonna parent my children? Do you want to do that? And he's like,
yeah, baby, I mean, damn shit. Lucky me for butt dialing your ass.
So as she's talking, you can't help but to see this big ass tattoo plastered on her tatas, and it says Julius. And I was just praying, because we just had that issue with Savannah. I was just praying that was like her daddy named Julius, her cousin, her late great grandfather, but no, She's like, I got his name tatted on me. We only been together for a couple months, but I feel something. Shit. I know God didn't want me to be a man, right? I know God he made me hella masculine, and I'm very, very hairy, but I know God did not want me to be a man, because I would rule this world. With the amount of women that will do whatever you say just because you're a man, just because you sound cute, I'd have 4 islands. I'd be getting fed grapes. Come on, go sit down. I'm gonna use you as a footstool. Sit down. It's wild. So she says that 3 to 4 months in the relationship, she starts to post about the relationship on Facebook, and Julius is getting kind of mad about it, and he's like, hey, listen, if you're gonna continue to post that you're in a relationship with me, we can't be together. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-ling, fling-ling. How many red flags does somebody need? Why can't I post you? We're together, you say you love me? I don't understand. Why don't you want all of your Facebook friends to know that you're in a happily committed relationship? Could it be that you're fucking cheating on me? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go on a tangent here, because I cannot stand this argument, right? When people say, oh, well, he's just private. Well, she's just private. Let me tell you something. These people will post all of their business on social media. Just got that new car, just got that new job, just got this, just paid this, just did this. But they don't want to post their significant other because they're private. Okay, sure. I know why God didn't want me to be a man. She's like, babe, you get out in 2 days. So when you get out, what are we gonna do? Like, are you gonna come over? He's like, I'm gonna chill with my family. She's like, okay, but like, after that, can I see you? He like, maybe. Okay, right? She says that she found out that he had been cheating on her. He's using women. It shows you his character. It means that if he fucks around and uses you down the road, you can't be shocked, right? If I have a history, patterns, and I love to say the past matters, because it does. If this man has a history of slapping the shit out of every woman that he's been with, not saying Julius does, but I'm just giving you an example, and then for 2 years he doesn't slap you, but he's feeling frisky and he backhands you, right? He backhands you. You cannot be surprised. You cannot say, oh my God, can you believe? Yes, this man has always done this. Just because he chills out for a minute doesn't mean he's not going to do it again. Or
People change.
yeah, I guess only if they see something wrong with their behavior. 9 times out of 10, people don't see anything wrong with their behavior. Because when you see something wrong with your behavior, you take accountability and then you change that behavior. A lot of people dodge accountability because it's scary. It's a scary thing to have to change yourself, to have to reflect and say, maybe I'm not the best person. So she doesn't know if he's gonna come over, and she's kind of weirded out by the phone call because he usually says, I love you first, but now he doesn't wanna say it, and she doesn't know why. She can't really meet his mom, and he's just being weird now that he's about to get out. If this is full of red ass flags. But then we see that Julius calls another woman. Now we can't see her, but we see that she's a dark-skinned woman, right? Because we see her hands, and she's on the phone with him, and he's like, yeah, baby, I can't wait. It's up when I get out. Oh, okay, he's cheating. Wow, that's not a surprise at all since he's been cheating on her. Let's go before I get a damn headache. So then let's move on to Mike. If you remember, Mike is 48, and Joey, who's 40. He's in jail for possession of controlled substances with intent to deliver. And Joey has a history of a criminal past. He has a history of breaking the law and going to jail. He's been doing this ever since he was young. His mom is over it. She's letting him know that if this 19th time isn't the last time, if you haven't learned your lesson now at 40 years old, I can no longer help you. I'm no longer gonna cape for you. I'm no longer gonna come and save you. Enough has to be enough. And so what's so upsetting, I think, for me about this relationship between Joey and Mike is Mike has been sober for 10 years. Right? He was on hard drugs. Joey's been on hard drugs. Joey's still, there's a clip where Joey's like, when I get out, I can't wait to get my hands on some more drugs. I'm thinking about how I can get high. And it's like, damn, you have no intentions on being a good person at all. You're using everyone around you, and you're quite literally destroying your mother, and it doesn't even matter. And these are the same type of people that when they don't have anybody, when finally people grow some sense and some balls and walk away from them, they woe is me, everybody turn their back. No, you're insufferable to be around. So Mike goes over to Joey's mom's house because they've really grew a great relationship. Again, Joey's mom is tired. She's like, this has to be the last time. She gives Mike Joey's phone to do like a factory reset because they don't want him to have any access with the contacts when he gets out. And that's like the smartest thing you can do. My thing is throw the whole damn phone away. Throw the whole damn phone away, because one thing about a criminal, they'll know how to fix some shit. They'll know how to put some stuff together. They don't know how to get a job. They don't use any of their skills for good, but they will know how to undo what you've done. So I say throw the whole phone away. I say you won't have a phone until you get a job and you're able to buy a phone, but that's just me. They're both afraid that Joey's gonna get out and he's gonna do the same thing and he's gonna break the law again. And where they're at, there's something called a habitual offender law, meaning even if you do small petty crimes, and because you haven't learned to follow the law, we're gonna lock you up for life. That's right. We're going to lock you up for
life, bitch. Like, damn, I only did a couple of, 10, 15, 25 crimes, but they were small crimes. You gonna give me life? I ain't even killed nobody.
It doesn't matter. You haven't learned your lesson, and at this point, you're just a nuisance, and you're not a productive member of society. You have to be a productive member of society. Now, Joey's already told Mike, and yet another example of listen to what someone is saying. Joey already told Mike that he's more comfortable being in jail than he is being out. He gets a lot of anxiety being out of jail and he doesn't know what to do, which makes a lot of sense. He's been in jail his whole life, right? So he wouldn't know how to function. He'd really have to, it would take him a while to get integrated, understand what's going on, learn new technology, figure out how to get a job, finally actually work a job. He's going to have to become a totally new person, and that's scary, right? Change is scary. And so I think that Mike needs to not put so much into this relationship. I already know what's gonna happen, y'all. Season 8, we're gonna see them moving in together and some more shit, and Mike paying all the bills and completely and totally allowing Joey to depend on him. And it's sad, because he doesn't deserve that. Mike looks he is so cute. He's so loving. He has a great family that loves him, that just wants him to stay sober. A year and a half ago, Mike actually relapsed because of Joey. So this is what people's families are afraid of. Like if you have a family member who's always loved you, who's never done anything bad to you per se, and they're a little weary of the person that you're dating, before you automatically shut them out and call them a hater and say that they just don't want you to be happy, really listen to them. Why don't they, if otherwise they always wanted you to be happy, right? If otherwise they had your best interest at heart, why all of a sudden now do they want you to leave the only person making you happy? They can see something that you don't see. Boy, I tell you, them rose-colored lenses be something. I had them on a couple times. Sometimes I just put them on because it's fun to be up in that delusion, okay? But after that delusion no longer turns fun, you got to get the fuck up out of that situation. Now, Joey's mom is happy that Joey's going to be going into a halfway house, but Mike is like, nah, I don't think you understand. That's a house with 8 men who do the same thing, right? Got locked up for drugs, got locked up for whatever. They're the same type of person, and now you're only in this environment with the people that do the same thing you're doing. And I agree with them. I don't think that halfway houses help anybody, but when offenders don't have anywhere to go and they've done their time, where would you like to put them? Or not even that, when they need to transition into the real world, you don't want to just throw them with a Section 8 house and a voucher for some money and a job. You want to let them slowly get into this. I don't know if you should do that with other criminals, but it is what it is. I mean, what can you do? So let's hop in Kiana and Damodrick's business. Ooh.
Not Damodrick, like, that's a cute name.
So first of all, Kiana, who's 27 and has always been employed her whole life and is very, very educated because she says that her mother is very strict with education. You will go to college, you will graduate, you will be something in this life. And I love that. When she said that, I was like, yes, Black Queen. I know it's tearing her ass apart that you're choosing to date out of all these free educated men out here. Now, Damodrick is in jail for use of a firearm under a felony charge. So I guess he was rolling around and getting it, as a drug dealer. I used to date lots of drug dealers in my past life, and I do know that they have to ride around with that firearm on them 9 times out of 10 because they're going to have either a lot of money, a lot of jewelry, or a lot of drugs, and other people want that, so you have to protect yourself. Now, Damodrick is Kiana's first boyfriend. They met in school, they fell in love. It was, rocky, ups and downs. They broke up. Damodrick got with another girl. He, might have cheated, possibly. I wasn't really listening to that part. I don't know how he got with his baby mama, but it was something a little messy. It was during a separation. She decides to have 2 kids with him, so it doesn't seem like an oopsie baby. In fact, it can't be an oopsie baby because Kiana lets us know that Damodrick has, wait for it, 6 kids with 3 different women. I thought, if that ain't a damn keeper, if I don't want to be the person carrying your 7th child, then I don't even want to be with you. He's cheated on her twice, and she's forgiven him because, during the time that Damodrick was with this baby mama, not the other baby mamas, he lost his best friend. And so she said he was going through something emotionally, and that's why he decided to destroy her. Now, she spent over $20,000 on Damodrick. She pays for his food, she pays for his commissary, she does what she needs to do. She makes sure that he's straight. She works a couple jobs, and she's just trying to maintain the relationship. And I mean, y'all, it was so funny. When she went to the beauty salon that she works at, there's like this guy, I'm gonna assume he's gay. There's like this gay guy, right? Her coworker, and then there's this other woman, and they're both trying to tell her, hey, he's not gonna do right by you. This isn't a good man. He's going to play you. He's always cheated on you. You spend too much money for him. He has all these kids. He's just telling you what you wanna hear. That's that jail talk, girl. That's that jail talk. And they are spitting such real ass advice to her. And she's like, whatever, y'all. Whatever, y'all. And they're just laughing because at this point, it's like, well, we warned you. Sometimes people can't see it, like I said, but it's like it's right in your face. This man has 6 kids with 3 different women. The baby mama is on Facebook writing shit like, Happy Valentine's Day, Damodrick. Can't wait till you get out, baby daddy. Do you think that she's just doing that? One of her coworkers even said, why would she go through the trouble of doing all that just to piss you off? No. 9 times out of 10, if a woman is being delusional, right? If a woman is, entertaining your man, it's because he's entertaining her right back. He's all up in her face. If somebody is just writing shit on Facebook and pretending to be in a full-blown relationship with your man, and your man has had no contact, y'all have to call the cops. She's clearly out of her mind. You guys have to call the cops. But if there's no proof of that, because the proof in the pudding is that he is writing her, sending her money, he's maintaining the relationship far outside of just for the kids, yeah, that's what's more than likely happening. You've got to know that. So let's wrap this up with Brooke and JK. Brooke's 31, she's a merchandiser. JK's also 31, and he's in jail for selling and manufacturing Xanax. So I don't know why, but in the beginning, right, when JK was talking about how much he loves her, Brooke, and all this, I was like, oh, wow, he really seems genuine. Like, I think he really cares about her. It was how he was speaking about her. He had a lot of love for the way that she raised her kids. He felt like she was a good mom. She's a really loving person. He had nothing but good things to say. A lot doesn't sit well with me with their situation. Like, number one, Brooke has 2 kids, yes. Their names are Brody and Brantley, Jesus. And she said, the 2 fathers said that they wouldn't leave me with these kids, but look, they just left me. And okay. All right, so you're not very good at picking them. Cool. So when she's talking to her mom's like, well, what are your plans for JK whenever y'all get out? And she's like, oh, well, we're going to have babies. We finna make babies. Even when she's on the way to get them, she's like, we about to make some babies. I think she really wants to have yet another kid with somebody that might not even, want to be there or might not stay. Or even if he does want to stay, might not have enough money to be able to financially support her. I don't know what this obsession is. I don't know. Listen, I sat my ass down. I have one and I said, done. No, thank you. This was fun. I am a mother, but I'm not going to be a mother to a litter. That's not what I'm going to do. Not until I'm married off in a village somewhere and I know that this is safe. I know that this is going to be it. I won't do it. So, JK, I've been calling him MJ, but I guess his name is JK. Anyways, now JK has a best friend named Bonnie, and Bonnie she's staying with Brooke. And everybody was kind of weary, like, what do you mean he has a girl best friend? Well, they dated when they were teenagers, but, they don't date anymore. He says they're far removed from the relationship, and they're just like best friends. I have a problem with this type of shit, and let me tell you why. JK was with another girl, I think, his baby mama, right, Alex, and Alex and Bonnie were friends. Right? But I guess Alex had cheated on JK and Bonnie told. Not only did Bonnie tell, but she recorded a voice memo. Like, she recorded Alex on the phone with her talking about cheating and having sex and doing all that. And you can tell that Alex genuinely thought that they were gonna, they're friends. You're just a fake ass bitch. Like, this is crazy. And I get bro code, and she says, I'm always gonna have JK's back. And that's cool. But that just, all right, so that's what you did with the first girl. Now she's moved in with Brooke. She says it's a temporary thing, but she wouldn't mind it being permanent. And she says also that she doesn't tell Brooke everything about JK, because at the end of the day, she's always gonna have loyalty to him. I love that. I think it's a great bond, but at the end of the day, if you love him so much and you're gonna have so much loyalty to him, how about you just go ahead and either y'all need to be together, or, I don't know, have that friendship outside my household. Because I don't necessarily know if you're not loyal to me just as much as you are to him, right? I.e., tell me things as well. Because when she asked Bonnie questions like, well, is he still talking to his baby mama? Like, what's going on? Bonnie's very like, ooh. You don't have shit to say? You don't have anything to say? Why is she saying these things on Facebook? What's going on, Bonnie? Bonnie's like, ooh, I don't know. Brooke said that if Alex shows up, right, to the parking lot, when she's on her way to go pick up JK, she's gonna put her hands on her. And Bonnie's like, ooh, that's all. Like that, she doesn't show any emotion, she doesn't say anything, because she's only focused on JK, because her and JK are best friends. I think they're gonna sleep together. I think that when JK gets out and moves in with Brooke, I think that if they have a fight or something goes on, you have to understand that's not your friend, and she's already let you know that that's not your friend. She'll be cool with you for the time being. If JK wants Bonnie to beat Brooke's ass, if they get into it, is Bonnie gonna do it? Do you trust her enough to think that she has your best interest at heart as well? Or what is this? Hell no, she wouldn't be up in my house. You got that much loyalty to my man, y'all need to do, I don't know. No. Hell no. Because I'd be damned if I sit up here, we're having a hard time, we're having a rocky weekend, and I walk in and you're getting your back blown out, getting your back busted out by my man. And then the only explanation that you have is, I'm really loyal to him. You knew that. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap up this episode. Let me know in the comments below who is your favorite couple. I have got to say that this Julius, Ashley, and whoever this new girl, however this situation is, happens to be my favorite situation going on, and I can't wait to see how that unfolds. I also want to see Damodrick's baby mama and Kiana. I ain't gonna say too much because they live in Texas, and I do too. Sorry, I don't want no problems, but I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be some bullshit. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and listening to another episode of Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose.